Ito mabigat talagang siguradong sigurado na at ito'y pinaninindigan na ng SOJ Secretary Boying Rimulya, DILG Secretary Benhor Abalos, kung saan sinabi nga niya na sa kanyang live press conference ay Cong Arnie Degamo case ay talagang tinutukoy na niya na itong middleman na si Marvin Miranda Halaman ay talagang tauhan ni Congressman Arnie Teves at dinitali niya kung anong pagkatao nitong si Marvin Miranda Halaman na sinasabing middleman sa kasong pagpatay kay Degamo, at ito nga ang kanilang tinutukoy ay walang iba kundi si Congressman Arnie Teves. Panoorin natin.
Dito po, nasa screen po ngayon, si Marvin Halaman Miranda. Napaka-importante ng taong ito. Base po sa mga revelasyon at confessions ng arrested suspects, including discharged former members of the AFP, who had a direct participation in the killing of Governor Degamo of a certain boss idol, big boss, Kalbo, was the one who recruited them and the person who provided logistical and material support during the planning and execution of the assassination plot against Governor Degamo. Slide number 2, we will see here that the record shows that Marvin Miranda, who according to reports is a longtime security and bodyguard of Congressman Arnulfo Teves Jr., has previous criminal record and was in fact arrested on June 29, 2020 for violation of Republic Act 10591 or the illegal possession of firearms. Upon Marvin's arrest in 2020, he pleaded guilty to a lesser offense and was sentenced to a 1 to 2 years imprisonment and meted a fine of 10,000 pesos pursuant to a judgment rendered by RTC Branch 24 of Calibo, Aklan. Marvin is currently under the custody of the NBI and may probably later the NBI can narrate the facts and circumstances and also with the AFP that led to the arrest of Marvin and other related developments. As of today, the Special Task Force Degamo have so far accounted for 12 suspects, 11 of which are under the custody of the NBI, while the other one died during the encounter with the government forces on March 5, 2023. Andiyan na po sa larawan na yan.
Thank you,
ang 11 mga nahuli po natin. We are now at the tail end of our quest for justice and hunt for the masterminds behind the death of Governor Degamo and 8 others and the wounding of many more victims. With the arrest of Marvin Miranda, we are certain that the pieces of the puzzle are almost complete, and we can clearly picture out what really transpired before, during, and after the brazen attack in Pamplona, Negros Oriental, which will eventually help us in unmasking and identifying the main conspirators and masterminds behind the gruesome murder of Governor Degamo and others. Meantime, from March 23 to March 31, 2023, pursuant to a court order issued by the executive judge of RTC Mandaue City, composite teams from the PNP, CIDG, the PNP, SAF, Provincial EOD, K9 Unit of Negros Oriental, the 11th Infantry Division, jointly implemented a search warrant against Pride Henry Alipit Teves in a HDJ Bayawan Agri-Ventures Corporation, HDJ Tolong compound located at Barangay Caranoche, Santa Catalina, Negros Oriental for violation of Republic Act 10591 or illegal possession of firearms and ammunition. The implementation of the search warrant resulted in the seizure of 7 long firearms. Andiyan po yan sa screen, yung mga nakuwang mga barel at ammunition of different make and caliber, different components of high-powered firearms, 9 short firearms of different make and caliber, hundreds of magazines, and around 9,000 rounds of light ammunitions of different calibers. The police operative also stumbled upon several IEDs, IED component, while they were conducting the search for the firearm indicated in the issued search warrant. These items were buried approximately 10 feet under within the grounds of the compound, and the searching team had to use backhoe to dig and recover the same. Nakikita nyo po, no, dito sa screen ng mga video, ito yung actual na video na andyan ng mga kaibigan nating mga media. Maraming testigo, nakita nyo kung kaano kalalim ito. Lagpas tao ito. Siguro, kulang-kulang 10 feet po ito. Kaya yung mga nagsasabing planted ito, naku po, ito na magsasabi, paano mo ipaplanted? Backhoe nga ginamit namin para hukayin. At tignan nyo ang lupa, napakatigas. No? Lahat po ito, mga kababayan, ay nakuha dito po alinsunod sa search warrant. Itong mga bagay na ito ay magpapatunay sa lahat, no, na talagang maayos ang pag-iimplementa ng search warrant. At of course, yung mga patutsyadang planted na yan, at isa lang masasabi ko, tignan yung maigi itong backhoe, itong video na to, kung kaano kalalim ito. At ito yung masasabi kung anong totoo talaga. Okay? Yan. Kitang-kita po rito. One of the recovered long firearms during the search is an Steer 5.56 rifle with serial number AS941125. Yan po ay ginagamit ng mga sniper. No? Pang-sniper po yan. Ibang klaseng kalibring baril yan.
5.6.
This one is registered under the name of Congressman Arnulfo Alipet Teves Jr., which is among the firearms not yet to be surrendered by the latter after his license to own and possess firearms was revoked by the PNP Firearms and Explosive Office in January 2023. The implementation of the search warrant brought about the arrest of 3 persons, including Nigel Lagunay Electona. Ayan po, si Nigel, nasa bandang kaliwa. No? The Chief Security of the HDJ Tolong. Based on our investigation so far, he was substantially involved in the assassination of Governor Degamo. Criminal information for violation or illegal possession of firearms and ammunition were already filed against the 3 arrested suspects. Meanwhile, the complaint filed against Pride Henry Teves will undergo preliminary investigation as a matter of course. Furthermore, during the search conducted on March 30, 2023 in HDJ Tolong compound, particularly nearest to the area where the suspected IEDs and components were found using backhoe and other equipment, the searching team also discovered the partially burnt pieces of clothing, other belongings along with the wallets containing IDs and partially burned documents owned by 2 gunmen who actually participated in the killing of Governor Degamo, namely Joven Javier, Judiel Rojes Rivero, and are now under the custody of the NBI. The discovered items were processed and collected by SOCO team for forensic examination and proper disposition. With this latest development, we want to convey our sincerest appreciation and gratitude to the members of the task force, especially to the men and women of the Department of Justice, National Bureau of Investigation, Armed Forces of the Philippines, the Philippine National Police, of course, the NICA, and other allied agencies for their untiring efforts and invaluable support to the task force that immensely contributed to this positive development. Alam po ninyo, ngayon lang yata sa kasaysayan ng ating bansa na sa isang kaso ay, tignan nyo mga sekretary, no, nandirito, Secretary of the National Defense, Secretary of the Department of Justice, of the DILG, ang AFP Chief of Staff, ang NICA Director General, ang PNP Chief of Staff, ang Director po ng NBI, no, at iba pang ahensya, nagsama-sama. At ito ang mensahe ng ating mahal na Presidente. Sa kanyang panahon talagang lilitisin po natin talagang lahat ng krimen magsasanib persa po. This is ang tinatawag nating whole of the nation approach. Asahan niyo po yan. We are confident that with all the pieces of evidence at hand, our pursuit for justice is within our sight. Bago lang po ako matapos, gusto ko lang pakita sa inyo ang dalawang video. Mamaya po, gusto kong makatapos po nito ay hihinga po natin ng pagsasalita, of course, ang ating SOJ at ang ating SND. Balikan natin yung nakaraan, mga kababayan. Tingnan po, Jean, pakita nga natin yung nakaraan para lang ma-refresh tayo kung anong nangyari. Ito yung mga CCTV footage. Tingnan nyo maigi. Ito yung mga dumating na sasakyan, nakasama yung mga assassin. Ayan po. No.
Pero sito, yagi naman shout out on this vlog.
Ayan mga sasakyan na yan.
Ayan o, mga sasakyan o.
At may mga bababang mga tao. Ito yung pumulaga sa atin nung isang araw nung napanood po natin lahat ito. Kumakalat po ito. Ito yung mga sa CCTV. Sige lang, Jean.
Ayan.
So, ayan, bumaba. Ayun yung gwardiya, lumabas.
No. Detalyado eh.
Bumaba ang ilang kalalakihan na may dalang mga barel.
Ayan. Ayan o. Kitang-kita.
At pagbaba nila, ayan po, pumasok ng compound.
Oh. Kaya pumasok ng compound, di baril, parang simple lang eh.
Pagpasok po ng compound, tignan natin mamaya ang mangyayari.
Ayun, nasa loob.
Ayan po, yun yung gwardiya.
Guard, oh.
May pumasok na isa, pinakausap siya. Lumapit, may mga taong nag-aantay, no? May mga taong walang kamalay-malay, nandyan lang. Bigla na nagpaputok. Kita yung mga walang konsensyang tao.
Grabe.
Pinagbabaril ang mga walang kalaban-laban na nakaupo. At pinatay dito po si Governor Degamo. Bakit namin pinapakita to? Alam ko naramdaman natin yung galit ng mga walang konsensya itong mga taong ito. Pero ngayon, dahil sa task force, yung mga bumaril na yun, lahat yun ay nahuli na natin. Papakita namin sa inyo ulit kung sino-sino at ano-ano mga pangalan nila.
Iyon ang mabigat.
At sila po ngayon ay nasa kustodiya na itong task force na ito. Sige, Jean. Ayan, umalis sila. Tumakbo na po sila. Alam ko, noong mga panahon na yan, galit na galit ang taong bayan. Pero huwag kayong mag-alala, ayan, ang bumaba, na-identify na po ng task force si Yoleo Legario, Osmundo Rivero Rojas, si Joven Javier Calibo. Yan po ang mga bumaba na sasakyan. Sige lang, Jean. Yan pa, nadagdagan pa, si Winrich Isturis Baloyo, Benji Rodriguez Buladola, Joven Javier Calibo, Osmundo Rivero E. Rojas. Sige lang, Jean. At naiwan itong Romel Patugaan Alaba. Andun siya. Andun lang siya sa isang sasakyan. Alaba. Hanggang pagpasok po, pinagtiyagaan po ito ng task force na kilalanin kung sino-sino rin sila, kung sino yung mga bumarel. Dito po. Ayan po. Tignan nyo maigi yan, mga kababayan. Identified itong Benji Rodriguez, itong Yoloyo Gonyon, itong Winrich Isturis, itong Osmundo Rivero, itong Joven Javier, at itong Romel Pataguan. Lahat po ito ay accounted. No? Sige lang.
lahat.
Ayan po mga pinagagawa niya, mga demonyong yan.
Ayan, mabuhay kayo dyan
Ayan,
sa
tingnan nyo.
DILG.
At ayan na naman po ang kanilang mga mukha at mga pangalan.
Ayan, mga mukha, papakita.
Hanggang sa nagtakbuhan na po sila. Okay? So, okay na, Jean? Okay na.
Ayan.
Thank you. Ito'y pinapakita lang namin para ma-refresh po tayong lahat. Mga tiga Dumaguete, tiga Negros, huwag na kayong matakot. Hindi magwawagi ang kasamaan dito. At sa mga nakikinig, kayong importante rito, huwag tayong papadaig sa takot. At lalong-lalo na, huwag nating ibebenta ang prinsipyo dahil sa pera. Tandaan nyo yan. Kayo matakot, nandito ang gobyerno. Ang presidente mismo po ang nag-utos sa aming lahat po rito. Makakamtan po natin ang hustisya. At this point, gusto ko rin usan ng pagsalitain at pasalamatan ng aking mga kasama. Talagang...
Okay na, yan, napakalinaw. Well said. Secretary Binhor Abalos. Yun, detalyado, ano? Kaya nga talagang wala nang kawala dito ang mastermind at lalo na yung middleman ay nahuli na itong si Marvin Miranda Halaman. At itinuturo na nga itong mastermind. Yan, si Marvin Miranda Halaman, no? Yan, sinasabi ni Mayor Prince Diaz, yan daw ay talagang tauhan ni Teves, bodyguard, matagal na panahon. Yan po siya.